Today we're going to make a salt-baked duck Caesar salad.
That little hit of chilli.
A powerful hit of flavours right there.
It's yummy, that's yummy. No, that's right up my street.
Chilli is epic, actually.
So what we're going to do today, guys, is we're going to take a duck and we're going to salt bake it inside a salt crust. We're then going to take that.
Duck?
I'll get to it. Give me a minute.
Terrible gag, weren't it? Sorry, carry on.
It's not the first time, Damien. It's not the first time.
It's not the last. What we're going to be doing is we're going to be taking a Gresham duck. We're going to be wrapping in a salt crumb, and we're going to be cooking it for about an hour, hour and a half inside the Kamado. Whilst that's cooking, that's going to be infusing with Szechuan pepper, with rosemary and all these amazing flavours. We're going to do a take on a Caesar salad with some lovely romaine lettuce. We're going to be using some crispy bacon in there, some parmesan. We're going to make a mayonnaise with anchovies running through it. And then we're going to be finishing it with a little bit of spice as well to marry up with that Szechuan flavours. It's different, it's not normal, but I think you're going to like it. For our salt-baked dough, I've made this in advance, so you can make inside the night before. It's better if it's rested up. So what we've got here, guys, is a salt crust dough. Really, really dead simple to make. I make in advance, so you can make it the night before. It's important you let it rest for the minimum of an hour. What we've got here is 1.2 kilos of plain flour, 600 grams of normal table salt, cheap common garden salt. It doesn't have to be anything flash. Some
600
rosemary.
grams, that's an awful lot.
It's a lot of salt. We're not going to eat this dough. Okay. This dough is purely for cooking purposes. Okay? A good bunch of rosemary chopped up through there, and it's bound together with 6 egg whites and a little bit of water to help it to come. And it's to make quite a stiff dough. That's what we're looking for.
Help it to come?
Did you
come together, I said.
You said come.
You said come.
Okay. All right, sorry.
It's not a bad thing, but, you know.
It's not what you meant.
Maybe not on a family show.
Okay. So we're going to use... I'm trying.
Yeah.
Still part of the show.
So what we've got are 6 egg whites and a little bit of water to help it come together to a stiff dough. We're going to allow it to rest for, as I say, at least an hour. I made this the night before, it's even better. And that's ready to go. Now the idea of a salt crust is to encase whatever it's cooking. What it's going to do is retain that moisture inside and all the flavours that are in there as well. That's going to build these aromats and they're going to move around and permeate through the actual dish. It's going to create a really moist meat. It's going to be really, really tasty. Take the dough, little bit of flour.
And so, why the salt in the dough?
So what the salt does is it helps to keep the moisture inside, as I say, and it hardens and creates this barrier on the outside. I know salt normally attracts moisture out, but it does actually keep it all together. This is a great cookery method for using things like vegetables and stuff like that. Carrots and beetroots are amazing salt baked.
Can you do fish like this as well?
You can indeed, yeah. So there are other ways.
When you hear about something being salt baked, it would have flour in the crust, would it?
Not always. There are several different ways of salt baking. You can do it just with egg whites and salt.
Okay.
You can do it with flour inside the dough. This is a more traditional method and works really, really well for me. And especially when you're doing things like poultry and meats, I mean, you can, using something like an asado, you can put heat above the sauce and below it, encase it in salt and egg whites, and it'll cook beautifully and it'll still create that crumb. This just makes it a bit tidier and present a bit better. So I'm going to take my duck and sit it in the centre. Now I've had this out for a good few hours and you can see it's a nice and dry surface. I want it to dry because if you put it in as a wet duck, what will happen is it makes the inside of the pastry go quite soggy. We're going to take some fresh rosemary, stuff that inside as well. And I've got some Szechuan pepper. That's going to go inside as well. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to take a pointy knife and just pierce the skin. And now we just wrap it up. You can make this look really beautiful and it will present, and in the Georgian times and Edwardian times when they used to do this quite often on big banquet tables, what they would do is they would create patterns on the outside and make it look really, really quite special. But it's not really, I mean, this is just a cooking method, isn't it? It's for cooking, as I say. Yeah. We're going to discard this dough once it's finished. It's to create this barrier, and the key is to make sure that there are no gaps. It's quite a pleasant thing to work with. Right, once we get there, it's going to take about an hour and a half at 200 degrees, a little bit longer than it would normally take to cook. We're going to cook it well and all the way through, but that moisture retention is going to keep it nice and moist. Straight in the centre. and leave it to do its thing. Okay, so now our duck's cooking. We're going to make a little dressing up to go with our lettuce and our crispy bacon pieces and that within the salad. So first thing, a couple of egg yolks, little bit of mustard. Start to bring that together. Little splash of vinegar, just to help it start.
I do like it when you whisk, brother.
Thank you. I think.
He's got a good action, hasn't he?
Isn't it?
Wow.
Yeah.
Isn't it?
Yeah.
Wow. Now, a good trick when whisking and making an emulsification, like a mayonnaise, grab yourself a tea towel, spin it around into a little donut, pop that in there, and it gives you a stable platform to just keep going.
I like it.
See,
Now-
just when you thought
I
his
like
whisking
it.
was good.
Yeah,
Just when you thought
Level
it was
up,
good.
baby.
What we want to do is gradually incorporate this nice and slowly so it emulsifies. And it goes a bit crazy because my donuts come undone. And this is the easiest way to do it when you're on your own. Now, if you aren't on your own and you have someone who can give you a hand,
Oh,
Oh,
do you mean us?
I do. Who would like to give me a hand, gents?
Do you want me to go,
Come
Damien,
on.
go around?
Can you come and drizzle for me, Damien? Damien,
you're
come and
good at
drizzle.
drizzling?
Very, very, very slow. Stream coming through. Lovely. A little bit faster than that. That's good. Thank you very much. And what we're doing is what we're looking at is emulsifying these egg yolks with the oil as we're going through.
I've never made my own mayonnaise,
No?
but it looks super easy.
Right.
That looks amazing.
And it's yellow. That's the best thing.
Try it.
2 seconds. Well, you can try some now. Take a little bit. Go for it.
What are you going to do to it?
I'll try a little bit.
Of course you can. Proper mayonnaise.
Wow, that actually tastes of eggs. Eggs
We're going to go in with
seeds.
anchovies, some chopped up anchovies. And I'm going to go in with a little bit of the anchovy oil.
Do you want my help?
I'm good now. Thank you. Just done.
Well done, Damien.
Thank you. He's here
Good
all
work.
week.
Good work.
So now we've got our anchovies in there. We're going to go in with some parmesan.
Wow, this is bonkers mayonnaise.
Caesar dressing.
Oh, it's not mayonnaise.
But it's a
Caesar
take
dressing.
on a Caesar dressing.
Right.
Once we've got that in there, it's quite stiff at the moment. Now,
Did he just say?
Yeah, he did.
Yeah.
It's like cooking with Beavis and Butthead, isn't it? So what, you're making croutons there?
I'm going to do some big chunky croutons, yeah.
In the Kamado?
All inside the Kamado. So I'm going to just chop through this chia batter, little drizzle of oil, soak both sides up, get
Oils
the
the
oil on
board
the
as
board.
well.
Oils the board, it does indeed.
So you're going to put the bacon on top of the croutons?
Yeah.
In the egg?
Yeah.
Just whole like that, whole
Yeah, we're going to chop it up afterwards.
Nice.
This Saturday afternoon, nice glass of wine or a beer. Out it comes, job done. So while they're cooking, we're going to move on to our salad leaves. We've got some lovely romaine lettuces here, really nice, bang in season at the moment. Lettuce is coming through. British lettuce when it's in season is incredible, really, really nice. And I like nothing more than that lovely crunch you get through a Caesar salad. But the thing that annoys me is when people take the dressing and just dump it on the top. You've got to dress the whole dish, and that's what we're going to do today. We've got some chopped up leaf. We've got the little tips sat here off the centre from the heart of the lettuce. This isn't a pristine, perfectly diced dish. This is about having that little bit of roughness, that little bit of sort of like, it needs to look interesting.
A bit like you.
Thanks, mate. Ah, I'm interested.
Bit of roughness, quite
Bit of
interesting.
Damien, is that a compliment?
Sounds good to me, baby.
Oh yeah. Okay, so our croutons. Are ready to go. I'm just going to chop them up to more bite-sized pieces. Lettuce is ready, dressing's ready, croutons are ready. We've got a little bit of parmesan, we've got some anchovies left, and I'm going to go a little bit left field now. I'm going to add some chilli to this. Because we've got the Szechuan with the duck and all those other elements. I want to add a little bit of surprise to this dish as it goes through. I'm not going to do loads. I'm just going to do little flecks, very, very thin sliced chilies. Remember, I said this was a twist on a Caesar salad.
That sounds amazing.
Yeah.
Let alone, I'm sure it tastes amazing.
Okay, we need to let this sit for a minute, guys. You can hear the fat running down through that dough and everything like that.
Yeah.
What are they?
So these are meat claws. These are for pulling and shredding meat.
Wow.
But what they are fantastic for is picking things up, like a big duck pasty.
Are they good for shredding?
They're very good for shredding.
Good,
Very, very good.
I bought some. I wouldn't. Yeah.
Amazing. So, we're not going to wait too long. Let's have a look at this duck. Now, if you had smell-o-vision, you'd be getting quite excited right now.
I can smell it from over here.
What do you think, guys?
Yeah.
That looks amazing.
Smells quite cool, yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow, look at that.
Juicy, baby, juicy.
Now, there isn't loads and loads of meat on this. It's not a massive duck, but it's going to be packed full of flavour.
Is that not very hot to the touch?
This is extremely hot to the touch. Now, was it that obvious? Wow.
I'm just thinking, how's he doing this? What's the matter with the man?
Now, you can cook anything inside a salt crust. As I say, root vegetables are beautiful. You can do tougher joints of beef are really good, really, really good. So you can do brisket, rolled brisket in it. I'm not talking about a smoked long and slow brisket. I'm talking about a rolled, deboned, sat there, salt baked, absolutely delicious. So let's build this Caesar. So we're going to go in with the duck and the leaves together to start with only. Don't be shy. And you've got to make sure that you're coating those leaves. And the reason I'm mixing the duck with it as well is to make sure you get that duck fat running through it as well. Then let's build on this. And let's go not heavy. A few of the chilies in there. We saved some of our anchovies. Wait for it. Bacon, crispy bacon. Those epic croutons.
Jesus, look at them.
Look at those croutons. Bit more parmesan. And we've already coated all those leaves, so we're now just coating the rest of this. Right, guys, that is my salt-baked duck Caesar salad with a twist.
Yet again, an amazing spectacle you've created.
You're salivating.
Yeah. Certainly looks amazing. Where to start?
Where's your duck?
Grab a bit of crouton.
You're going full hot.
I just want to taste it all together. There's a bit of
A
bacon
little
on
bit of
top.
chilli you want in there.
Yeah, let's get some chilli.
Oh, there's some duck. There we go.
A bit of
Quite a
bacon.
big
That's
bit
too
of duck.
much bacon. There we go.
I don't think I've ever heard you say that's too much bacon.
Well, you've seen the size of my portion here. Where's a bit of chilli?
I'm going to go a bit of anchovy.
All right, I'm ready to do this.
Do it.
That little
Chilli.
hit of chilli. That is really good. Yeah. That is. No, it's amazing. That is amazing. I wasn't sure when you said about duck Caesar salad, but actually, cooked like that especially, because it's still like a white meat.
Yeah.
It's but it's got a deeper, sort of richer, sort of meatier flavour.
It's very, very powerful. That's a strong, intense flavour in there. That's just got a hit of chilli,
Yep.
bacon, duck, quite meaty. That's strong.
Oh, it's
Was there
got-
mustard in the mayonnaise?
Yeah.
There was, wasn't there? Yeah.
There's no messing about.
A powerful hit of flavours right there.
I like that though.
It's yummy. That's yummy.
No, that's
Yeah.
right up my street.
The chilli is epic, actually.
Well done, Rossi boy.
Well, guys, if you like what you've seen, remember to like, share, subscribe. I've still got a mouthful of season.
We'll see you next time.
We'll see you next time.